Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Hockey House. You may know us from the popular hockey website, thehockeyhouse.net. I'm Stephen Ellis.
I'm Brendan Saunders.
Hey Brendan, I've seen you do that before.
I know, it's my sequel, but only on special occasions.
How do you do that?
Well, you start
That
with...
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anyways, how was your Halloween?
Well, I'm wearing an orange hat, signifying it was Halloween. And also I said H, which signifies Halloween. And I also said Halloween, which signifies Halloween. How's yours?
Good, it was good. I have a thread of the week that I wore. So,
What?
yeah, we'll see. Anyways.
What? Tease? Spoiler?
So basically, yeah, we're back. We have a specific conversation I want to start with. We haven't talked about international hockey yet, except for the World Cup of Hockey. Yeah. Otherwise, it's been a couple weeks off. I want to talk to you specifically about the Olympics and the NHL. If you guys didn't know, the IOC will have to pay the insurance for the players, for the NHL players to go to the Olympics, which has been a big debate between the NHL and the IOC. And of course, like to us normal fans, it doesn't matter. But it does matter to the teams involved and everything like that. So that's interesting. I guess now we know that we're closer to a decision on what's going to happen to the team, or to the players going to the Olympics. And what's that? So now that we know this, do you think the NHL, and now that we know about the World Cup of Hockey, how it went, do you think the NHL goes to the Olympics? I know it's still early, but we have to think about it, that it is coming up in about 2 years.
Yeah, no, I don't like actually the players going to the Olympics.
Really?
I think it's good that it builds the Olympics, and the hockey's the best part of the Olympics. But I don't know if the NHL players want to go. I know everyone seems to love the break. They're like, oh, I can't wait for those 2 weeks where I can go to Joffrey Lubel's house and party in his vacation home, Joffrey.
And then get on the injured reserve 5 minutes later.
It's like, hey guys, let's party. Oh, my knee! I was carrying a disco ball and 3 of my knees blew out. Oh, I'm gone. I just scored 17 goals in 1 game and now I'm gone for 2 years. Yeah, no.
We just got 17 goals.
Yeah, dude.
What game are you playing on NHL 3 on easy?
It was. Remember, he was my NHL 4 captain. We played him none, but he was the first one to win the Stanley Cup. So Joffrey Lupul, 17 goals in 1 game.
Anyways,
but no, the Canada Cup I think was awesome. I think it shoots the players right where they need to be.
The World Cup for people who don't understand what he's talking about there.
But no, I think it's great. I think that's when players are coming right off of training. Now, if they shorten the darn season, then players would have more time to rest, and the Canada Cup would be really, really good. But since everyone's tired and Jonathan Toews is out there going, no, but I like the Canada Cup version better. The Olympics, it's weird because it kind of like sticks it right in the middle of the season. So if the team's playing like really hot, it's like, wow, Montreal has lost 18 in the first 4 months, and then they won 10 straight, and then the Olympics came. And
well, that can also be like when we play like House League hockey tournaments. We go and we'd be a low-level team, go play a much higher-level team, lose 45-0 every game, and then go out and win the championship because you just played against much better competition.
No, yeah, it's true. But I mean, I don't know. I never liked the idea. Plus, I do. Someone mentioned to me that the overagers in the OHL, WHL, Junior A, QMJHL, those overagers, they don't get to play in international tournaments like the World Juniors because they can only go up to 20 in the World Juniors because it's the under 20s. But I think it'd be cool if you sent those guys to the Olympics, like the best 21-year-olds in the CHL.
How many players around the world are you going to get then?
Well, I mean, Russia has the MHL, they have the VHL, they have Valter and
What's South Korea?
Yeah,
they don't have a lot of players to choose from in general, or like Slovenia or anything.
Well, I mean, in general, they could throw their best team out there, but I mean, for Canada, for the U.S., I mean, the teams that are contending, they do have enough players in like the junior circuit, even if we're talking about the USA in the CHL circuit, and then.
But at the same time, you got the World Juniors 2 months before.
It's true, but I would like to see because some overagers like we've seen Dane Fox, he played really good. We saw Mitch Holmberg, Austin Sotner, we've seen Cole Martin. I'd love to see them international. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know if it's going to happen because I'm Brendan Saunders, and nothing happens when I say, hey, this is where you pick the World Junior team. No, that doesn't happen. Here's the Canada Cup team. No, that doesn't happen. TJ Brody's the best. No one believes me, but since I'm Brendan Saunders, nothing happens when I say
it. What's your name?
I don't even know my own name. I said my name, and it doesn't happen.
Anyways, yeah. So I'm still optimistic that the NHL players will go because I like the NHL players. I'm going to talk about that after break, but first I still want to talk about I think that this could be big because now the NHL teams don't have to take the burden off. I think they go to the NHLPA and say, okay, players, what do you guys want? And a lot of players have been very vocal. We know the Russians, for example, are like that. We know some of the biggest NHL stars. They know the World Cup is not going to replace the Olympics, and I still think they're going to go. I'm more optimistic, I think, because of this news. If the NHL had to pay, we would not see that happening. We'd be kind of stuck with that. So otherwise, yeah, do you kind of agree there?
Well, sort of.
All right, well, we'll talk anyways. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk about kind of why I like this idea and wrap it up. welcome back to the Hockey House. Now, Brendan,
yes,
we were talking about overagers kind of playing.
Oh, yes, sure.
I kind of see your point on that. I've never really seen that view. But the one I'm thinking of is if the NHL players don't go, and that's the only one, do you think they still allow it to professional players? And if they do, what North American team, or what type of North American players are we going to see? Are we going to see a Spengler Cup roster? Are we going to see the Dutchland Cup roster, which is almost a roster? Are we going to see, like, what would your ideal type of leagues be? Would we call it AHL guys, ECHL guys?
Well, I think it would look a lot like the Spengler Cup because, I mean, we were talking about how big it is for Russia, how, like, hockey in the Olympics is big for them. And even Switzerland, like, I mean, the European leagues are a bit different than the NHL. And, I mean, the Olympic team could look like a KHL roster. Like, sometimes Russia does have a KHL roster in the Olympics.
Russia would be overpowered, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
because that, like, and which is I'm surprised because we all know how much you love Canada and how you want them to win. If all of a sudden Russia's out there dominating every year, that's going to be kind of weird.
But at the same time, there's some good, like, say if players got released out of Europe and they have the KHL team as the Russian team, the NLA team is probably Sweden, or Switzerland. Sweden kind of releases their guys
SEL teams
to play there. And at the same time, there's Canadians playing there. I know John Hughes, the great Colby Armstrong played in Switzerland.
The thing with the KHL is very multicultural too. It's extremely multicultural, so you'll get a lot of guys.
I found out Ponikarovsky plays for a nation team.
You'll get a bunch of those guys coming out there playing and making better teams in general. Like Canada would fall behind. Yeah, Canada's got some good players in the other leagues, but I don't know. I'd be picking guys like Kovalchuk and the Russian players out there as opposed to Canadian players with Aaron Miller.
Yeah, no, it would be a big, but at the same time, I mean, it'd be hard because you could release your AHL players, like maybe your top prospects from the AHL, maybe you want to get them more ice time or you want to get them experience playing against top guys. Now, experience, I think, is an overused word.
Okay, well, here's a question. If you had to go on a breakaway at the Olympics for a gold medal, would you rather go, like, do you think you'd have a better chance of scoring on Barry Brust or Carey Price?
Barry Trotz, the coach
that wasn't an option. Which one of those two?
Well, I mean, Barry Trotz is a good coach, but I think I can score on him.
Could you score on Barry Rust?
Well, I don't know. His last name is Rust, so I think I would get a bit of rustiness when I was going. I was like, oh!
All right, so I think you want to go against Barry Rust as opposed to Carey Price.
I mean, I think the other countries would be good because, I mean, Canada wouldn't kick their heinies anymore.
Well, yeah, make it almost like a more even tournament. You wouldn't see Canada go out there and win 3-0 in the finals, which I had to ask a lot of people at the World Cup, like, do you guys remember actually what happened in that game? Because, yeah, it was 2 years ago, but like it was such an unmemorable tournament. The most memorable moment for sure was Slovenia beating Slovakia, and then like nothing else.
Yeah, or like the Olympic final when Canada won 3-1 against Sweden. I don't think anyone was celebrating. They're just like, yeah, they won.
No, I'm saying, like, yeah, like I don't think anyone remembers that. Like, also, I think everyone was getting excited for the Daytona 500 later.
Oh,
I know I was, and I just got to a concert and I had 3 hours of sleep, so I was very tired.
Oh man, 3 hours for 3 goals? Oh my God, that's the match, and if you do this, it makes an S.
But yeah, like I think it would be Canada would not do so well for sure.
Well,
the Americans would do worse.
I mean, the Americans would have a lot of NCAA players. Canada would have a mix between AHL, the guys who were released from Europe, so it would. For all purposes, it would probably look like a Spengler Cup roster.
Well, then I think you'd also see guys that are maybe like a fringe player, like a guy like Corey Connick, could then say, okay, I'm going back to Switzerland.
No.
Or guys, instead of playing in the AHL, we'll go play overseas and say, like, you know what, this gives me a better chance. And it's like, okay, well, do I want to play in the Olympics or do I want to give for a flying grinder?
Yeah, and I guess some teams would, like, some players would ask, hey, can we get released to play in the Olympics? But I don't like what happened to Tavares. Now, I'm not talking about Mike Tavares Ribeiro, but I'm talking about Tavares.
Is that his middle name?
Yeah, it's so if you look at Mike Ribeiro, yeah, I know, national pride, you're like, what, former Montreal Canadian, what, former Rwanda Husky, he was great in junior, he's still a good player.
Trade for Jan Niedema.
Yeah, what a trade. If you go to Elite Prospects and type in Mike Ribeiro, you can see under, at the AKA page, it's Michael Tavares Ribeiro. So you're like, I need to find a really Portuguese guy. Hey, it's Mike Ribeiro, Michael Tavares Ribeiro. So, boom, there you go. So now when you're like, Tavares scored, you can be like, wait a minute, which one?
Yeah, because they got to call by his middle name, right?
Yeah. Wait, did Tavares score? You mean Tavares Ribeiro? Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I think we could agree Canada would struggle. Americans would struggle. Russia would be great. Sweden would be good. Switzerland, I think, would be a contender. It would almost be like watching the World Championships, but with less quality players.
No, and no, because I mean, I hate, back to the Tavares thing, I hate when he got injured and kind of like, the Islanders are like, oh, okay, we're screwed. But I mean, I think it'd still be interesting.
I would still watch it. You know what? If we get that in the World Cup, I guess I can't complain. Anyways, that's it about the Olympics, since it is a while away. We come back from the break. We're going to talk about the NHL. Welcome back. Hey, Brendan, you know what it is?
It's time for me to show off my modeling contract. Hey, looking good? How's that? What's my angle here? Look at me turn this TV. Wait a minute, there's something under the table. And it's not a table. It's... I smell Vancouver Canucks, Buffalo Sabres, and a certain team that you're about to rise. It could be the...
Yes, this is our jersey sweater thread of the week, tuxedo. It is a St. Louis Blues one. But it's not just any St. Louis Blues one.
What? It's not?
Ryan Miller.
39.
So,
that number?
If you guys don't remember Ryan Miller in St. Louis, I don't blame you. Nobody really does. He played, I believe, 19 games with the team.
Didn't actually go that well.
Before going to Vancouver, yeah, did not go well at all. He was part of. He was traded for Halak, right?
Yes.
Halak went to Buffalo for like 2 minutes.
And then the Islanders, and then back to he got traded a lot.
Yes.
Anyways,
he's one of my favorite goalies, and I actually stepped on one of his pads once.
Really?
Right with him beside it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in the Buffalo Sabres change room. But that was pretty cool.
Cool.
So that was my Halloween costume. So I also have a Buffalo Sabres version of him. So, anyways, if you guys want to send me a Vancouver one, you know where to find me. Anyways, so let's talk about the NHL. So I saw something online a couple days ago, and the question was, are we in another golden age in the NHL? When you think about it, we had, at one point, it was Gretzky, Lemieux,
Savard,
Yager, in net. We got Patrick Waugh,
Eric Lindros,
Dominik Hasek. Really good players for a long time. Oh, of course, your favorite, Brett Hull.
Oh, God.
No, we won't get into that one. But, yeah, there was a lot of good players, a lot of young guys coming up every few years. Hey, let's talk about Matt Sundin.
Oh, God, let's not. Let's talk about me taking his banner down and throwing it out.
Even though there was a time of the trap and the stuff, there were some really good players, high-scoring games.
Yeah.
We don't see the high scoring anymore. It's just not a thing that happens. But we do have an influx of incredible young players. And, you know, even though they're getting older, Crosby and Ovechkin are still playing really well. You got Stamkos, you got Tavares, and then you've got
Patrice Bergeron. Brad Marchand's starting to play really good.
After a couple of years of poor drafts, we've had two of the best drafts in a long time.
No, really good ones. Yeah, 2013 was the highlight one. Now, 2014 is one that was, people say was a low draft, but as you look at like all the players from 2014, they're doing really, really well in the AHL now.
Yeah, well, the one idea is like, well, how many superstars are coming out of that draft? Because,
But I mean, as a basis, like first year pro, and they're point a game guys. So I mean, 2015 was a good draft, and I mean 2016 looks pretty good. 2013 was good. I think 2012 was not good. 2013 was really good. 2014 I think is going to be better than people think, and 2015 and 16 were really good.
Like those are 2 good years.
You can go through the whole 14 rounds in the 2 drafts, and they were good players.
We have a bunch of good superstars there. We've got goalies that are playing crazy. I know, like, there's the argument of maybe their equipment's too big.
Yeah.
But one thing is, I think it's also safe to say they've perfected a style that makes it way harder to score than ever before. The goalies before had to be a lot more athletic, crazy jumping, all that stuff. Now they've got a style that's just really hard to score on. It's just stay square to the puck, butterfly style, and a lot of.
The pads do help. The equipment does help.
I'll be the first to say I agree with that one, but at the same time, they do have a better style in general, because even when the equipment wasn't that massive when guys like Waugh are playing.
Well, his were really massive, man. He had illegal pads and he had fishnets under his arms.
The one who was it? Was it DiPietro that had pads that were like up to like his chin or something?
Yeah. And chest protector was huge. Yeah, DiPietro, what a guy.
Yeah. So, anyways, like really big equipment, but we're seeing some incredible hockey, some incredible players. Do you think we're in a golden age right now?
No.
Really?
I don't, and I know...
like we're seeing expansion again. I know you don't like this idea, but that's good for the sport in general.
Well, not really.
If there were 200 teams and a team in like every city,
it'd be the GMHL. But no, I know people are going to be like, oh, what do you mean? We get to go to Las Vegas and see hockey. Andrew Ladd, PK Subban, Brent Burns' beard is alive. No, it's terrible. Like, the
Brent
rules...
Burns is a Blue Jays fan.
Well, I mean, he's Canadian. But at the same time, I think he lives in America. So, I mean, Brent Burns...
it's where his NHL contract
Go smell Brett Hull's jockstrap. But no, at the same time, no, we are not in the golden age of hockey. And I'm going to tell you why we're not in the golden age of hockey, because the rules don't make any sense. You can't people hit in front of the net. There's no crease. There's absolutely no crease. I saw the other day, Daniel Sedin was like...
Well, there is a crease, actually. Like, theoretically, there is.
But you can step through it. Like, you can, like, play Polly-Wada Ding Dong in the crease. You can be like, Polly-Wada Ding Dong in the crease, because you can't get hit in the front of the net. You got little shrimps like Zach Ronaldo going, yeah, I'm a tough guy. I'm Zach Ronaldo. I'm from Hamilton. And you can't beat him up because of the instigating penalty. And now no one goes even near little short, shrimpy pieces of garbage like him, and even Brendan Gallagher or Brad Marchand, they couldn't act the way they do because someone would hammer them on their can. The goalie equipment, I still think, is too big. Yeah, the crease just has to go back to the white box, step in it, plays dead. No goal.
Well, see, a lot of people don't like the way they do in the WHF, where if you step in the ice.
I think that's fine.
I like that rule. I like the
No, for sure.
Like NHL fans will never like the WHF rules. I say that is the best rule package in the world.
Because I mean, it's the crease. This is goalie. Goalie steps in it. The goalie doesn't get to skate up in half ice and do unless you're Patrick Roy.
There's also a reason the WHF rules apply to almost every league in Europe.
Yeah, no, I mean.
And Asia.
Across.
And Africa, actually.
Yeah. And everything. But no, the crease, like, anyone can walk in the crease. Like, it means nothing now. I mean, it used to be this white, like, the white box.
Wait, are they going to walk with their shoes?
Yeah.
Or are they going to skate in, maybe?
No, just the Ray Ferraro. He strapped his boot on and he went for a little stroll through the Crease-a-Runo. Thanks, Ray. I do like Ray Ferraro and the fact that he married a big-time American who lives in Canada. But no, the rules, like, back then, those were hockey rules. Those were, like, you had to be tough and good. I think the players get off way too easy. Now, it's true, the players now are in the best shape hockey players have been in ever. But I think it'd be great if you saw the best shape ever mixed with less teams, better players, and the rules that actually made sense. I think not only would the hockey be insanely good,
yes,
but
the hockey
would be that would be the best.
It'd be great, but I think with the salary cap, we're not seeing teams dominate. A good dynasty is 3 championships out of 6 years.
No, yeah, Chicago.
Like Chicago. Like that was extremely impressive. And if they'd win this year, that'd be 4-8. That's just as impressive. I mean, they still keep their 50-50 percentage in that time span. That's impressive. At the same time, yeah, I know we both don't like the idea of necessarily of more teams in the NHL because it will just dilute the competition.
Yeah, sure.
But you can't say that
except
it's bad.
for Jared Stahl. He's going to make the NHL.
Even though the competition may be weaker, you can't say it's bad for the sport because the more places you can expand, the better. If all of a sudden hockey in Alaska becomes massive, perfect. Let's abuse that.
It is massive.
If North Dakota wants to continue growing their hockey program, incredible. I know you like teams in Saskatchewan. I know you like teams in
Hamilton, Quebec,
and some places, in some Canadian city no one's ever heard of. But at the same time, you gotta admit it's gotta be good for sport when there's more money coming around, and it's not like Las Vegas is bringing $50 in. It's not like they're a small market team. I think they're going to be a big market team.
Oh, God, no. They're going to be like Phoenix, where... Now, this is why... Now, when every big-time hockey fan's like, why do we have lockouts? Why? I don't understand. The game's so big. This is why you have lockouts. Because a team like Florida, teams like Phoenix, teams like Carolina are all in the dumper. And
Hey. Florida seems to do pretty good right now.
Yeah, I know. And still no one shows up. I can see... Well, actually...
Florida's
their seats are great. I can see the Zimmerman seats. Fantastic seats. And Florida...
Anyways, okay, well, unfortunately, we have to cut you off there. We have a long time to talk about how much you hate that.
Bad teams don't get anybody.
We're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to do Brendan's weekly CHL roundup. Welcome back to the Hockey House. Brendan, let's talk about the Dutchland Cup. Actually, let's not because it's currently going on. Let's talk about the CHL.
Junior hockey? Or do you mean the other CHL?
The Champions Hockey League, because the round of 16 just began.
Hey, Champions Hockey League! Yes, the CHL. So, as you know, always, every week, I say my team of the week, I say my player of the week, I say my draft prospect of the week. But I want to clarify my draft prospect, because I was thinking about this. My draft prospect matters to the people who are a year away from eligibility, people who haven't been drafted, and people who are actually in their draft season. So I want to clarify that.
We are still eligible.
So when I say next week that Steve Ellis, a great young player from the Hockey House team, he sniped some empty net goals, and I thought it was amazing. And when I say in 2 weeks, Brendan Saunders' hair is gorgeous.
Go for it.
Boom. That's what I'm going to say because they're still draft eligible. Yes,
Go for it.
So CHL, so certain the WHL, my team of the week. Who's my team of the week? Are you? It's like on the edge of my seat. Who is it? It is the Kelowna Rockets. I know people are like, well, the Kelowna Rockets are always good, but actually, they're not. This year, they actually, well, they most of the time are good. But this year, they were stinking the joint out. I know Nick Merkley was having a tough season. He still is having a tough season. Lucas Johansson's a former first-round pick, and he wasn't doing that well. But no, Kelowna has won 6 out of their last 10, and they have picked it up. So Kelowna is my WHL team of the week. Now I go to the OHL. OHL, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's the Ontario Hockey League. I know, everyone's
excited.
Who
plays in that league?
I don't know. Who am I? Okay, so this is record-setting history. It's my first team. I'm doing back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but I've said them already as one of my teams of the week, the Erie Otters. Now, I said the Erie Otters before, and people are going to be like, Erie Otters, you already said them. You suck. We hate your hair. Well, I hate your hair, too. But the Erie
Otters... we can't see your hair today.
because my Halloween hat. No, but the Erie Otters are great. They've just been rolling, and the fact that they also might get Dylan Strome, I think now that London possibly not possibly. I don't think Marner's coming back. Kachuk possibly might not be coming back. Sarnia is lost, I think. I don't think Kicker and Zaka are connecting or coming back. So I think wide open for Erie to win the championship. They're my team there. The QMJHL. Now, this is a team that's a 500 team, but I'm really excited because Pierre-Luc Dubois came back to their team. He's not specifically doing that well, but I hope he's going to do good because, they have guys like Forte. They got guys like Pierre-Luc Dubois, Declan Smith. They got a couple of 96s, one of them being Oliver LeBlanc that I'm excited for, or Olivier in Quebec. So it's the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles. I know what you're thinking. House League team could beat them in the 2012-2013 season.
That's what everyone's thinking.
And I know, that's true, but they are my team. Just because I'm really excited to see how they progress with Pierre-Luc Dubois there. So I am really excited for that. So, who's my player of the week? Because I'm going to go player of the week in the QMJHL. So, he's a goalie. Back to an Olivier, the Drummondville goalie. He's playing in the under-17s this week. And we'll talk about more about that. But he's a goalie for the Drummondville Voyageurs. And he's great. He's a 2,000. The guy has a 97 save percentage in the under-17s. I know it's one game, but that's still awesome. And he's also playing really, really well in the QMJHL, considering he's playing guys 4 years older. Up to 4 years old, he's playing guys his own age as well. But that's really awesome.
That's impressive, yeah.
Now we're going to the OHL, and I know I'm going to get heat from this, but I'm going to pick an Erie Otter, and you're going to be like, hey, Erie Otter, man. And I'm picking Taylor Radish. 28 points in 12 games.
He's older, isn't he?
And he's 98.
Okay,
sorry. Actually, his brother is doing really, really well. Darren Radish, he's our age, and he's doing really well. I just revealed
That's what I was thinking of.
But Taylor Radish, if he doesn't make the World Junior team, I'm going to pull out all my hair.
Okay, guys, guess what? He's going to be bald by he'll be bald by December.
But no, 28 points in 12 games, plus 21. Boom. Boom. How do you, boom.
Boom?
Boom. So he's the top scorer in the OHL as a third-year OHL player. The guy's on fire. Honestly, he's on fire. If you went like this, he's on fire. Now I'll go to the WHL. My WHL player of the week, Mason Shaw, a guy on the Madison Hat Tigers who's doing really well this season, already 25 points this season. Boom. He's a short guy, 5'8", but another guy, 25 points already in the WHL season. Really good player. Now,
is he related by chance to the former NHLer Bradshaw?
Bradshaw?
No, like the guy named Bradshaw.
Oh, maybe. It doesn't say on Elite Prospects, but I can. Hey, are you really Bradshaw? Oh, yes, I am.
Anyways, go.
No, Mason Shaw. So, WHL Rookie of the Week, Callan Foote. He's Adam Foote's son. He's Canadian, and he's born in America. So how good is that, Callan Foote? OHL Prospect of the Week, Greg Morales, 16 points in 14 games. Really good.
We know we really like him. We've loved him in the OHL Cup.
No, and he developed, too. So, development is awesome. And now, my QMJHL Prospect of the Week, Declan Smith, Cape Breton Screaming Eagle. Guy's a plus 13, leads the team in plus minus. I know people don't look at plus minus guaranteed, but I really would
in the OHL, the numbers kind of get skewed, but people really don't look at it in the NHL.
No, it's true. I would love it. Declan Smith got it because he's one of those players you can stick on a third or fourth line, but he plays good. He's responsible on his end, and he's a 98, so he's already passed one draft. But Tanner Pearson passed 2 drafts. He was a first-round pick. So Declan Smith is my guy for the Cape Breton Screaming. He's plus 13 as of this point. As you guys look up, and he's a plus 20. You go, Brendan, you're a liar. Well, he's a plus 13 when I saw it today. But those are my team of the week. Those are my player of the week. Those are my rookie / draft prospect / anyone that can be drafted, because I know people are going to go oh, he's not his draft year. Well, he could be drafted.
Anyways, thank you very much, Brendan. That's all we have for today. Don't forget to visit thehockeyhost.net for all episodes of the TV show. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Stephen Ellis.
I'm Brendan Saunders.
Thanks for watching.